皆さんこんにちは、クルーズ先生です。We will now talk about expressing unacceptable actions or situations using てはいけない and asking for and giving permission using てもいい. First one on the docket is てはいけない. So て form plus はいけない or はダメ indicates that something is not allowed. This structure is commonly used to talk about rules. The colloquial form of てはいけない is ちゃ or じゃいけない or ちゃじゃダメ. So, for example, we will read over these in class so you can see ways that they are used. And we also have different ways that they are going to be conjugated here. If you are using MindTap, you can make an enlarged view so you can get a better idea of what these look like. Getting on back into our book. So some notes on this. When answering a question with the て form はイケませんか or ダメですか, use イケません or ダメです to prohibit an action, Using いいえ、いいです permits the action. So, for example, if we had Tanaka who said, この薬を飲んではいけませんか? Can't I take this medicine? And the doctor wants to agree of saying, yes, you cannot take that medicine. So, 飲んではいけない. Or, no, it's good, you can take that medicine. いいえ、飲んでもいいですよ. Important distinction to make there. Now we have てもいい. Is it okay to, or can I, or may I? The て form of verbs plus もいいですか, もいいでしょうか, and も構いませんか is used to ask for permission. てもいいでしょうか is more tentative and is thus more polite than てもいいですか. But it can also be used towards someone in one's peer group. ても構いませんか is as polite as てもいいでしょうか. Although it ends in a negative way, the way that you should answer is the same as てもいいでしょうか. And we have examples here that we will read over in class. Some notes that we are going to talk about. The following are common ways to respond positively to a request, which are はい or どうぞ, which is yes, please go ahead. はい or 構いません or 構わない. That's fine, I don't mind. もちろん. Yes, of course. Although はい、いいです is grammatically correct, it would only be used when a superior is granting permission to a social inferior. So, for example, if I were granting permission to you since I'm higher up socially due to being a teacher and with you being the student. Answering negatively can be awkward. Think of how you would deny a request in English. Using てはいけない may be one way to respond, but it can also sound rude unless you're in a position of authority or you're explaining a rule. So what I mean by that is if a friend of yours is over at your house and sees that there is a popsicle in the fridge, and they go, hey, can I eat that popsicle? Is that cool? And you were to say, no, you are forbidden from eating this popsicle. You're absolutely not allowed. That's seen as very forceful and very rude. Whereas you might go, I don't know, like those popsicles belong to my parents. I don't really have permission. Or, I don't know about that. You would tend to be a bit more polite and humble about it. Or you just be like, sorry, no, you can't. As in many other countries, the Japanese tend to avoid direct statements of prohibition, such as, no, you may not. Again, unless you're someone who's higher up socially and you're going like, hey, you can't do that. So you would say something like, すいませんがちょっと I'm sorry, but, or それはちょっと well, that would be a little, or すいません、それはちょっと困ります I'm sorry, that would be a little troublesome. In such situations, the word ちょっと serves to deflect whatever tension may arise from withholding permission. It also saves the respondent from spelling out their straight-out reasons for denying permission. This is an important thing to take note of. ちょっと is used quite a lot when you're trying to very kindly deny something, whether it's a request or denying permission for something. So I would highly suggest highlighting this section in your textbook. All right, that's it for this one, and we will do our practice activity in class.